Gene here. Thanks for joining me on the Tapping Q&A podcast, where every single week we answer the most common and uncommon questions about tapping and EFT and how you can use them to get more out of your tapping practice. Just as a reminder, you can get every single episode in the Tapping Q&A archive at tappingqandapodcast.com, and there are instructions on how you can get every episode in the future for free and have them delivered to you so that you don't have to go searching them out, and it makes it super easy to find every single time. Tappingqandapodcast.com will show you how to do that on your computer, on Apple devices, on Android devices, on those smart speakers in your home like the Alexa. Enjoy today's show. This is Gene Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast, recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 324, originally aired August 15th, 2018. Hi, everyone. I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever time of day you're getting a chance to listen to this. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Today is part 5 in our 7-part series where you can tap along to be more productive. Today, we're going to be doing some tapping on making sure that you take the right task or the right action first so that you can move forward, not just being productive, but doing it in an organized, constructive way. The tap-alongs in this series, all 7 of them, are really, really useful, but in most cases, they're useful if you know that the issue we're tapping on is the issue you have. If you're not in a circumstance where you think that, boy, I don't know if I really struggle with taking the first action first, you're not going to use this tapping, which is fine. But sometimes there are emotional blocks that are preventing us from taking action, which are unknown to us consciously. They're lurking under the surface. That's why people work with practitioners, is so we can uncover that. And so I've created a program called Take Action Now, which not only teaches you some really simple tapping tools that you can use to eliminate self-sabotage and procrastination, but it also shows you how to uncover the emotional blocks which are preventing you from taking action. To get information on the program, all you need to do is go to tappingqa.com/take-action-now. That's tappingqa.com/take-action-now. Or if you happen to be listening to this in one of our apps or on the website, click on the link and it will take you right to the page where you can get more information about that program. So, taking the right action first is something that's really useful, and that's obvious. And because we know that is so useful, it's easy for us not to take action if we're not confident in what the first action should be. That on the subconscious level, it's thinking, well, if I do this out of order, I'm going to have to redo it. And so I don't want to waste the time and energy of doing it and redoing it because I've done it in the wrong order. And because of that, we don't take action. And there are going to be times where that's the case. There are going to be times where absolutely we have to do things in the exact right order. But for most things, there's not an exact right order. And so when we are able to, 1, trust ourselves, knowing that the action we're taking now is useful, 2, trusting the fact that we're doing things one at a time, and 3, knowing that these small actions will add up, then it's going to make it easier for us to act because we're not overwhelmed by any one action as if everything is being built upon that. So those are the 3 things that we're going to tap on today. By tapping on these 3 things, you're going to trust your judgment, you're going to take action in a way that makes sense, that's going to help you to learn the right order to do things in, which is going to make it easier for you to be successful. Because if you don't clear these emotional blocks, you'll just worry it's going to be a waste of time and energy, which means you take no action at all, which will ensure you're not going to move forward. So again, I want you to think of something that you want to do, that is multiple steps, and just tune into it. Tap on the side of your hand, take a nice big deep breath for me, and just move from tapping point to tapping point, repeating after me. There's a part of me that's worried I'm going to do this in the wrong order. If I do this in the wrong order, I'll have to do it again. And because I'm worried about doing things in the wrong order, I'm not taking action at all. This is a way for me to stay safe. This is a way for me to be healthy. Because I'm not wasting time and energy. But I also know that if I don't take any action at all, I am certain to fail. Action is required for my success. I give myself permission to trust. I will do the tasks in the right-ish order. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly right. It just needs to be close to right. Because most of the tasks do not have an exact right order. Most of the tasks do not require me to be perfect. I trust that I'm going to do this in a way that is useful. I also recognize the fact the tasks I need to take are important. But my success does not rely on any one task. It is about letting these tasks add up. Doing a little work at a time. Adding up to something big. Because it is the sum total of these tasks, doing them is enough. Trusting I am close enough to doing them in the right order will move me towards success. I know these efforts will add up. I know these steps will add up. Putting me in a position to be successful. I trust the order I'm going to try. I trust the effort will add up into something good. I know as I continue to take action, I will get a clearer and clearer sense of the right order. Taking action now is more valuable than trying to figure out the perfect action to take next. I trust myself in creating the sum total of these actions, knowing I don't have to be perfect to be successful. Nice deep breath. I have a lot of sympathy for trying to figure out things to do them exactly right, because there are a couple places where that's a requirement. You know, when we're baking, we have to do things in the right order or the chemistry won't work out. But for most of the things that we do, there's not an exact perfect order of 1 to 100 of the next 100 tasks. And you already have insight and you already have good judgment. Trust that. This tapping will help you to do that. And with each task you take, you'll learn a little more, which will inform your judgment, which will make the next action you do more closely accurate to what needs to happen. And all of those little pieces will add up into success. So go back, tap along to this again and again. If you would like help uncovering what the emotional blocks are for you taking action, I'd really encourage you to check out the Take Action Now program, tappingqa.com/take-action-now, tappingqa.com/take-action-now. It's a really simple process. I would love for you to have access to it. If you have any questions about that or anything else, I can always be reached, Gene, Gene, at tappingqa.com. Or if you're on the website, click the contact link. If you happen to have downloaded the amazing Tapping Q&A app, which is free for both Apple and Android devices, you have an opportunity to send an email, even leave a voicemail from right inside of the app. Also in the app, in addition to the audio, you'll have access to a printed version of this tapping script. Also, if you go to tappingqandapodcast.com, where our archives are, if you click on the link for episode 324, I have a version of the tapping script below the audio player, so you can print it out from the website as well. For the Tapping Q&A podcast, this is Gene Monterastelli. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. The Tapping Q&A podcast is copyright Gene Monterastelli, Tapping Q&A 2016. All views expressed by guests are those of the guests and not necessarily of Gene Monterastelli or Tapping Q&A.